Hey, and welcome back to another round of Sabori Showdown with me, Treich, as your caster, and Absa. What's going on?
Yo, what's up, guys? It's all good.
We have some interesting matchups today. We start off with, in my opinion, the probably most interesting one for today. Which leaders do we have? We have a red-purple Luffy on Krullzor's side versus Sebi's Koby. Absa, do you have anything to say to that? Do you know the matchup? Do you have ever played either of those decks against each other?
Yeah, I'm like 100% efficient every deck in One Piece, except these two decks. So
Okay.
no, but with the red purple Luffy, it's like the Krullzor staple deck. This is at least what I think about when I think about Krullzor, because he has been playing it since OP05 when it got released. And for the Kobe leader, I have the deck. I played it some, and I think it's definitely going to be a really interesting game between these two decks.
Yeah, for sure. I think where are you like heading? Which deck do you think is more likely to win? Just by pure like what do you think? Like gut feeling?
That's a really good question. I feel like red purple should be in the favor here because you are a 6K leader and like you just want to get to the late game and play big things. So much of the Kobe cards that just wants to trade your board are not going to get that much value because it's harder to swing into big things.
Hmm.
Um, yeah,
Yeah, that makes definitely sense. The only thing I was thinking about maybe Kobe can remove like the early board, but I don't think it matters too much, right? Kobe Wait, what is Kobe's win condition? Building board and removing board, like swinging into the big things. And as you said, it's harder to remove a 9 cost 10k body from board as Kobe as like a smaller like whatever like Sanji pudding from like green purple is way easier to remove for him, right?
yeah, I definitely agree. I guess one thing you can do as the Kobe's hardcast your Kobe's and play like the small blockers beside them, like the Ripper, to make it hard for Crusoe to remove them, and then from there you can become a 6 or even 7K leader if you get multiple out and push life. So I guess that probably is the game plan from the Kobe side this game.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think red purple has not a lot of removal. Maybe the mole gun. He's definitely gonna run mole gun, right? Like two or three of them.
Yeah, I think like Red Purple is a deck that has gone through like evolution steps because first you played the 10 cost version with the Luffy that gave you another turn, and then you went for the more like you play Shanks, you play Dragons, and I feel like now you have opted to play more of a Straw Hat build with all the new cards from EV. So it's going to be interesting what version Krullzor is on today.
Yeah, definitely interesting. I remember back like a few months ago, I was trying out the same list Krullzor was playing in like a cup, and was like full straw hat, and I thought it felt like amazing. The deck felt really smooth. But yeah, like we'll see now what he's cooked up for now. I don't expect it to be the exact same as before. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at the deck list now, and it's actually really interesting. It's like nothing I've ever seen before from Krullzor.
Okay, that's
Playing
interesting.
the 10 cost bomb shanks that pops a card instead of the rush one.
Okay. Okay, maybe more a list that leans towards beating bigger decks like blue purple or something. So if they miss their Sanji Big Mom turn, maybe just play a Kata or just a Big Mom. You can just bomb it and play a big body yourself. Still have the aggression though. Maybe it's like more like towards this, catered towards this.
Yeah, it sure looks like it's built towards beating like the bigger decks of the format, like UP. And I think at least against me last season, Sebi played Bonnie, so I don't know if Cruz expected Bonnie.
Oh yeah.
Because it feels like that card is also really good into Bonnie.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay. Let's see what happened in the game till now. It feels like it's like the standard early game. Red Purple tried to ramp or ramped a bit, almost at his 10 down turn already. And Kobe just setting up his board with Kuzan and what is the other card called? The 5 cost? I have no idea.
It's I was gonna say Hiyori, but it's not Hiyori. Wait, I have the card from behind. I have
Yeah,
to
check the card, check the card.
check
Because
it.
again, I'm not playing Koby enough to know the names of like the special sword cards. It's just like they're not as
Yeah,
important characters.
yeah, it's Hibari. It's called.
Hibari, that was it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the one to the right is Peacock or Kuyaki. Uh,
Okay. Makes sense.
it's called.
It's all like setup plays, I feel like, for Koby in the beginning. Like all we see right now is like build board, set up your board to like attack into the active characters, reduce the active characters. But that's where Red Purple shines. Like he plays the 9 cost Luffy here and just goes into board, right? He keeps drawing cards. He doesn't go minus in hand and still can like, oh no, okay, he's not going into board. He's just swinging life. I mean, Kobe's fairly low on life already. He's on 1 life, and if he can't block up, it's like could be an early GG here.
Yeah, and also as we talked about before, like Kobe is not a deck that's going to pressure the RP, so the RP can just play big things, swing at the opponent. And then once Kobe has the big pieces on board and start to swing, you might be at 1 or 2 life and also have like your giants up and all of the other defensive cards. It's going to be really hard for Kobe because you want to swing board, but it's really hard to because the big things. And if you go face, there's a lot of defensive cards. So I feel like this game is already looking grim for Sebi.
Yeah, this looks really tough because even with a blocker, like there's stuff like Uzuhachi or like I said, Mulgan maybe if needed, right, to pop these small blockers and just keep swinging at life. I know that Kobe can go to a 6k leader in certain situations, but it's probably not enough to like defend against 10k swings.
Yeah, eventually you will gas out because there's no inherent value engine in Kobe either because we don't have the PRB Kobe yet that draws your cards, which looks really good. So you're essentially going to play off the cards you get from life and your natural draw, which will mean that you will gas out a lot faster.
Okay. Very
Uh,
interested in knowing why Sebi took Kobe. Um, just because like in this format, it just doesn't make sense to me why you would play it. Maybe he was expecting something from Krullzor, some certain deck. Is it good against black purple? That's the deck I'm just thinking about Krullzor playing right now.
Yeah, I think he probably picked Kobe to beat Black Purple because I don't see how Black Purple should be good into Kobe. Because you're just going for the board, which means that Black Purple is going to use the resources to protect board, but you rather take your life early to get more resources. But if you constantly swing on the bear Luffy, you have to pitch the cards and then eventually we gas out
Yeah, that
into the
makes
Kobe.
sense. Yeah, that totally makes sense. But like you said, like Kobe already only on like what is it, like 6 cards in hand, and he doesn't have this ability to draw cards like any other Straw Hat Engine powered deck, for example, is able to, right? Like every Luffy leader, the green purple one, and especially the blue purple one, they just have so much card draw in the late game that you sometimes forget how these like 4 life dual colored leader just run out of cards, out of steam at the end, right? And this is exactly what's happening here a little bit. But he has a blocker, okay. So at least that is on the board.
Mm-hmm. And it's not the rumored proxy ripper I heard of.
Yeah, I heard that too. No, no. This looks
Yeah.
like a real one, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yak said in chat, I think he just likes the deck. Was inspired by Skepas, he said.
Why did Skeppers play it?
Not to my knowledge, to be honest, but I think he might have built a version of the deck. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Uh,
it makes sense. But like that's a good like I think Kobe like in itself the deck can be really strong, right? It's like a super interesting engine. Like it's red black that usually doesn't really work with each other, but in this deck it kind of makes sense though, right? And it feels like in any other meta that we had before, this deck would have been actually good. Now it feels like it's too late, like the like Rosa said.
yeah, I definitely agree what you said because I feel like Kobe is like a one mode deck. You have one mode that you want to swing on board, and like trade efficient that way. And against decks that game plan is not the best. I think the deck is lacking a lot. For example, here we are seeing another big drop in the dragon coming out, and we are just going face as Krullzor here, and we can see we still are 2 life. We have the 2 big bodies with a lot of cards in hand. Probably have 4 giants as he usually has.
That's crazy, yeah. Yeah, that's why he didn't use the Don, right? Like he was thinking about using both Don and actually going for game here. But in the end, he doesn't have to go for game, right? He can just go 9 phase and then like say, okay, I can live like 3 more turns. I don't care, right? And that's exactly what he's doing right now.
Yeah. And also, I think outside of Ripper, I think Kobe only plays either they play the 7 cost Sengoku, which is more rare today, or they play the doll blocker. But playing out the doll for 4 don't feels really bad, and you also have to discard a card to decrease something. So I think Kobe here is in a really cooked spot.
Yeah. Like he's basically passing his turn when he plays the 7 cost Sengoku, right? It's nothing happens, 2 big bodies on board. Luffy doesn't even need a jumper. Does he play jumper? You have the list pulled up. Maybe check that for a second. But like,
Uh,
yeah.
he doesn't play Jammer, but he plays the new Sanji. That is
Okay. So
essentially
yeah,
Jammer.
okay, makes sense. Yeah, on the 9 cost Luffy, or is it only red characters? I'm not too sure.
I think it's Straw Hat characters.
Okay,
Uh,
would make sense for sure.
yeah, and most likely there is a Sanji in the hand of Krullzor here.
So even blockering up doesn't really matter as long as you can't get rid of all the board here.
Yep. And also, as we see, Krullzor opted to go for the game plan just to go face here, so it might be that he has the Sanji in hand from the beginning. And
Yeah,
we are
well,
all,
for sure.
yeah,
Yeah, Kobe tries his best to just get more counter in his hand, but the question is like, okay, he could block her up, but we saw Krullzor just throw away Uzohachi as well. I think if he has it, he would start countering with a giant and keep the Uzohachi or like a Sanji in hand, right? If he can. Of course, he has only 2 cards now in hand. And if Kobe keeps swinging at boards, he might have to use them. But then Kobe can't block her up or like build anything threatening. So I think it's a good trade-off.
yeah, it's the stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Basically. But okay, he is the giant tier now, probably to defend something. I'm not sure where the swing went, but okay, this 6k is definitely going to go live. I think we just take that and say, okay, we kill you next round anyways, right? As red purple. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, he plays the Borsalino blocker. Okay, that makes sense. Um, so if there's no Sanji and he didn't search any, and if there's no Jumbo, he has. Oh no, he still has math lethal, right? There's 3 cards in hand. He can go 11 3 times.
Yeah,
Should be fine. Yeah, yeah. He just goes 11 3 times and it's over. Okay. Well, I who went first and second? I think Kobe went second, right? This game.
yeah, I think so.
Kid too. Okay,
Uh,
interesting. Oh, he's going for this like Exodia variant, right? Where he plays Kid, and then he plays the 10 cost, uses Kid effect to go 7k leader and leave 1 don open basically for his giant, right?
yeah, or no, he doesn't play the. Or like, did you mean
Yeah, the
the
bomb the bomb shanks then afterwards,
bomb
right?
shanks?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Let's see. He plays. That's a cool list. I like it. And he plays the chopper too. Obviously, in this matchup, it's not going to be too important. Maybe against the Ripper in like certain situations if you really want to push that for that game. But I feel like in this matchup, it's not as necessary as in others.
yeah, I agree. But in the worst case, it's a 3 cost blocker, so it
Right.
actually gets some value now and then.
Yeah. It's a 3 cost blocker. It's totally searchable. So that's definitely an upside. So yeah, he plays for this like I like the list. It's very interesting. I just want to know how it like works against blue purple because that's obviously the threat to beat. Feels like it could be good against Betty because there's so much like blocker and counter in this deck. And how's it working against green purple? I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's a good question because when looking at this list, it feels like it's like completely teched for beating UP because if you're expecting GP, then you probably are going to run more of the mid range package with the Zoryura and playing the mole guns,
Yeah. Yeah.
but we don't see that here.
Okay.
So
Maybe he was expecting like a certain like you said. Maybe he was expecting Bonnie. Oh. I mean, I know that Sebi played against UP against me, so maybe he was expecting UP. I don't know. Maybe he was just trying out a new list. I mean, the beginning of the season, end of format is always a bit tricky, right?
Yeah, I agree. Mm. And yeah, because especially for us EU players, we have some more tournaments in OP11, but for the Americans, there are like only OP12, like the next big thing, as I
Mhm.
heard, for the finals. So we are like in this middle ground of where most people is waiting for the end of the format, and we have a ban list coming up. So now is probably a prime time just to cook and try out some funny things.
100%, yeah, agreed.
But
Really
I
just
also yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I just really despise that we have this like last regional this month in Berlin, and it's still like without ban list, without anything, and then you still have to play that. But yeah, I mean America has it really good that they have their finals in the next format.
Hmm. And with the ban list too. So it's going to be really interesting getting a fresh new OP12 format.
Oh, 100%, yeah, I agree. Um, okay, let's see. Kobe obviously can choose this game, what he's gonna do. He went second, played out his proper curve here. He searched and played Ripper on one. In the first turn, and in the second turn, he just slammed a Kuzan to get rid of those annoying like early ramp up bodies. Maybe.
Yeah, I think the biggest card to get rid of is Bone Clay because even though it's not that annoying, it's going to actually be like racking up later on into the game if it stays unchecked, especially with Krullzor's game plan of going phase. It's really important to get rid of that Bone Clay from board as fast as possible.
No, yeah, I agree. Okay, we have a I would say pretty much the power play in Kobe, right? On six, he plays a six cost, brings out his nine cost, eight cost Kobe. He's gonna swing into leader, gets rid of the no into the character, right? Into the active character, gets rid of that, buffs his leader, and gets just a good power swing going in this turn.
Yeah, I feel like this is what Kobe needs to actually be able to win this game to curve out properly, hitting that Helmeppo, pressuring with leader, and then next turn hopefully trying to find a playing hard play a Kobe to get it out on board and being able to be a 6K leader, which makes it easier for you to protect your life from your opponent's leader swing, but also easier to push for free that you don't have to invest a lot on it.
Yeah, I totally agree. It just feels so wasted that the 8 cost afterwards goes to deck bottom, right? It feels like the power swing is good, but it's lacking something. The big body that you just summoned is just gone. Like, okay, this can't be it, right? This can't be the best play that Kobe has, and it unfortunately is right now, right? So it makes it a bit unrewarding in this case.
Yeah, I definitely agree, but also to that point, it's for 6 dawn you're doing this, so if you got
Okay,
to
yeah.
keep the COVID, then would
Imagine it would be
mean
crazy.
yeah. And we are seeing the 7 cost kid here. So I guess in the deck list here that the 5 cost blocker kid is the 7 cost kid.
Is it? Oh, I didn't see that. Oh yeah. Right, so the decklist seems to be wrong, but just because the kid is the wrong card, probably. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it does
Okay.
happen to me a lot when I'm trying decks from Gamgon.gg. I tried the Sorosani recently and it had the green Cavendish instead of the blue one, so I played it out and I was like, wait, I can't
This does
respam
make
down.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, now we know. But that makes a lot more sense, I think. I mean, the other kid is fine, is a blocker, but this one just gives you so much more power back, like in the end. This could be
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, being a 7K leader surely is not the worst thing in this game.
No, holy. I mean, it's just getting bigger and bigger. The leader is just getting bigger. I'm waiting for the 8K leader. When's the 8K leader coming out? I mean, we had a 9K leader before, so I guess.
Yeah, we are getting it with Roger,
Oh
the
yeah, we're getting that.
9K.
Oh my god, yeah, we're getting that too. That's gonna be interesting. That whole meta is gonna be interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm really excited for emo.
Oh, I am too. I think it's super cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, Gotta see. I have some ideas what to do with it, but I mean, obviously, there's a few cards missing, I think, right, that we didn't see yet. So, like a few support cards.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is. So we are just setting up the blocker here with the Borsa passing. So I think this game we are looking at a much better spot here because now Krullzor is only going to be able to play out one big thing a turn, and it's more manageable than having to face like a big thing that early that we saw last game.
Oh, yeah, totally
Uh,
agree. I like the ability here that as long as the Kuzan's on board, he can just swing into anything that's getting played, even if it doesn't swing. Okay, now this Luffy is obviously the perfect answer because again, huge body. He can instantly swing, and how are you gonna get rid of it, right? So Sebi definitely has to summon something to get rid of this, maybe like a reduction or something.
Yeah, I think the only card Kobe plays with reduction is the Hibari if he's not running Honest Impact, which I feel like would be really great for this matchup, being able to clear a big thing and then having 4 Dawn to maybe play a Ripper and then use it to swing. But looking at the list here, there is no Honest Impact in the deck.
Yeah, no honest impact. It's literally just Hibari that does minus power, right? Yeah, looks
Yeah,
like
it should
it.
be.
But he plays the Sengoku we were talking about earlier. So it's gonna be interesting how he's gonna get rid of these big bodies, or if he's even gonna get rid of them, or just plays out more like chump blockers, right? Just like maybe play more one cost blockers, therefore I don't know, just turtle up or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we see the Koby. Just a hard play Koby. Fair enough. Because if you play it with Hammer is not gonna stick, right? So just playing it out and swinging to buff your leader, as well as wait, what does it do again? It does buff your leader, and does it do anything else?
It buffs your leader with plus 1k, and also I think one of your no wait, it's only buff your leader because the own play effect makes another character or your leader be able to swing on active characters.
That makes sense. Now it looks like Kobe's trying to pressure Luffy's life a little bit more. Just yeah, exactly. And there's the second blocker I was talking about. So if we can't get rid of the big body, at least have a blocker every round for the swing. Because we can't take infinite life, obviously.
Yeah, and also for this turn we can't play the bomb shanks really because Kobe's leader ability naturally protects his whole board except the 8 cost Kobe. So the Shanks is not the best card in this matchup, I think, and will be most likely be the fodder for Giant most of the game if we are not deciding to pop the Kobe.
Yeah, that's so interesting. I didn't even think about that. The Kobe just protects 7k or less or something, or 7 cost or less from destruction.
Yeah, it's 7k or less.
Yeah, it comes up so little because first of all, the deck isn't being played a lot, and second of all, there's not a lot of removal decks in the meta right now, anyways. So it comes up very little, which is really interesting.
Yeah, I have been like when I was testing Teach playing a little bit against Kobe, and you just don't bother to go for your KO things if you can't like set up a double K on something. You're just more focusing on Burgess trying
Yeah,
to win the
yeah,
combat game.
that makes sense. Because in the end, yeah, full life leader, no inherent draw engine. It's just like the first game. He's just gonna run out of steam, and honestly, it looks again. Even though Kobe had probably the perfect curve here with like 4 cost, 6 cost, 8 cost blocker up, um, it looks a lot like he's running out of steam again. Like he's pitching 2Ks to search for something, and the 9 cost Luffys don't look like they're going anywhere.
Yep. And also seeing our opponent having 2 life, 2 big bodies, and 2 don't open against a purple straw hat leader is
The
never
two don't
something you want to
open.
be in.
The two don't open is always crazy. Oh man. Okay, but then we see Sengoku. Blocker up again. We see Hina being played out. It's probably one of the best bodies we can play out, as well as the ability to attach Don to anything, right?
Yeah, I agree. I think the Xena is really good for Kobe specifically because you can just like always get value of it every turn when you want to play a curve and then swing on the pesky 6k leaders that are in the format.
exactly how you said, the Shanks is just fodder for the giant.
Yeah.
And even though we see a bunch of swings, it doesn't look like Red Purple is any more close to dying than before. Even though he has to take a life here, honestly, this is not looking good.
No, it's just been battle of the billboard and Smork. Place is the place.
Oh, another blocker. Okay, never mind. Maybe there's a chance if we have enough blockers to just survive this round. Koby has a chance to go for game next round, right? That would probably the only window in which Koby actually has a chance to go for game.
Yeah, I agree. But the problem is that I think we know that there's at least one more 4K event in the hand of Krullzor here. So if it's two, like we are leaving two don't open when we pass, I think it's going to be soul crushing for Sebi
Yeah,
to see.
just the two don't open with a 6K leader feels so bad. It's so bad. It's
Yeah,
it's just a free life. Like, how is this legal? It's so crazy. Oh well. Okay. What's the best line to take as red purple here though? You'd probably just swing everything live and then decide on the body you want to play, right? Do you want to play blocker? Do you want to play another 9 cost if you have it? Um, you never play it before you attack because there could be either triggers or anything else. So okay. Oh, he goes for board actually. Interesting.
yeah. I think this is a spot where we can go board actually, because we are probably going to develop another big body here, and we most likely have lethal next turn either way. So
That makes sense. If you know from the start that you want to develop another big body, then for sure going for what is the right call. I was just thinking, Xavier only has 3 cards in hand. Therefore, like pushing life could be really nice. Because he has to let go of his Sengoku there. That's a 7K body. Just getting rid of it is really nice.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but at least getting rid of the Hina is pretty good. And now, okay, he keeps swinging into board. Fair enough. Like if he clears the board here, if red purple clears the board here, he doesn't have to worry about anything else, right? Like he's just cruising. He's just, I mean, he's in no situation to die next to him.
Yeah,
Swing's just gonna go live because I feel like on the 9 cost body or 8 cost body would be a bit wasted. Yeah, and then you have a blocker, and if he leaves just 3 done open, yeah, he just
no.
he just leaves 3 done open. Like you'll never get through this. You'll never get through this.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is even worse than seeing your opponent pitch a giant with giant when you're trying to go for lethal.
That's crazy. Oh, okay. Okay, Sebi is trying to fetch a few new cards. Maybe what could he be looking for? What could help him in this situation? I guess more blockers and then starting to poke away at life with a big body.
Yeah, I think that's, or we have 5 cards in hand. It could be Exodia, but it was not.
That was not Exodia. Okay, then the
Uh,
chances of winning are pretty slim to be fair.
yeah,
Nice. What I thought the first time I was hearing about Emu Leader or like anything about the abilities of Emu, I was thinking of an Exodia. Like literally, I mean, it is basically, right? You play the 10 cost, pop it, and have all the pieces on board. So it's like kind of a baby Exodia. But that was exactly the idea that I had of this deck. It just makes a lot of sense.
yeah, I definitely agree. And also, I said it to Rene because he's a big Reiju player. It's essentially like Black Reiju in a way that you just want to play to set up with like less tempo early game, but you play more towards that like big drop.
That's a wild call. I never heard that, but that makes sense, I guess. Yeah. Oh my god, we have 2 more
Mhm.
blockers. This game
Yeah,
could go a little bit longer actually. And yeah,
yeah. But the thing is, Krullzor is going to put 8 on under the Luffy and play the Sanji
the
now, and then
Sanji.
it's
If he has it. But I suppose he has it. I mean, he plays what? 4 Searcher? Or does he still play Zoros? No, right?
No, it's only the Nami, but
Okay, so he does play 4 searches. Yeah. And he just plays another 9-cost Luffy.
yeah.
I mean, that's not a bad play either, right? Oh, wait, 3? Oh, yeah. Oh my god. Okay, never mind then. Yeah, he just
Oh,
rests all of the small blockers and goes again. That's fair. I mean, that. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Okay,
yeah. There's the game.
that's
Because
just game.
I got scared for a second because I didn't realize it was a Rip Room ward, so I thought he tried to Sahachi the Sengoku. So I was like, wait,
Same.
no.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. No. But Krullzor is a better player than we. I mean, Krullzor got second place in regional recently. What did we accomplish, right? So, fair enough.
Mhm.
He knows it better. GG to him. Well played. I mean, it was a good matchup for him, I suppose, but yeah, that was a good showcase of the red purple Luffy.
Yeah.
I think we have 2 more games lined up for today. Abster himself is going to play next, so we're probably going to take a small break after this game, just to have Abster set up his stuff, as well as change casters, and then we should be right back after.
Yeah. Are you ready for a banger, guys?
I'm excited.
Yeah.